And thanks to those joining me live and those that'll be joining us here on the archive, D Style. Here, I'll be joined by the one and the only Christine. And you are in the ring with Christine. This is Fox Topics, episode numero 20, number 20.
Número 20.
The 20
Okay.
has a very, very, very special place for me, but
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
of course, because episode number 20 of HCP is when you were a guest host. That's
Oh,
the
my
first
gosh.
time. First time we ever connected. So 20 is near and dear in my heart, almost. Not quite, but almost there. You know what I mean?
Almost.
Almost, you know.
Okay.
But hey, it's been 20 Box Topics episodes. Let's go ahead and talk about this.
Believe it.
There is a lot going on this coming weekend, and I know that's going to
Mhm.
dominate the headlines, but
Yes.
you know, we need to highlight the women's welterweight division. That this is a division that's very, very interesting. I think
Hot right now.
I,
Hot.
I'm gonna say it right now. I think it's the hottest division in women's boxing right now.
Absolutely. I agree.
Like
100%.
we have fighters and then also potential fighters that could move
Mhm.
up, or some that may even move down.
Yeah.
Participate in this
Yeah.
weight class, the welterweight division, and you see just some of the faces around us right now. But there is Sandy Ryan, which we're going to start with that.
Okay.
Sandy Ryan dominated Terri Harper. I expected her to win. I didn't expect her to win like that.
Absolute domination.
And you know
Absolute
what?
domination.
You know what's funny? That sometimes we look at fights and we say, well, that girl's not as good, or that guy, whatever, right? That they're not as good. So this is going to be a tougher fight. And sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Sometimes when it's a big moment and it's a big name opponent, these fighters rise to the occasion and
Yep.
they take it to a whole nother level. And I feel that's what Sandy Ryan did in this fight. This is the best she
Absolutely.
ever looked.
But like after that horrible draw that she got with McCatskill, that we could clearly, if you had eyes, you clearly saw that Sandy Ryan won that. It was like she had a chip on her shoulder. She had to make it completely clear she could not lose this fight. You know, and she showed that, she wasn't going to let it slip through. I thought it was fabulous. Santiago Media, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
shout out to Sontel Media in the building. All right. Boxing gloves and a nice brown fist. Trying to rub it in that I'm light as fuck, but it's okay.
Oh my,
You know
I
what I
am
mean?
too right now. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I need a tan.
Yeah, you were in Europe a little too long there, sis. Like you were away from the Texas sun for too
I'm
long.
serious. I came home. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm just hoping there's some sun in Vegas so I can like at least sit by the pool for an hour or two.
I mean, you're looking more like Mona Lisa than Lisa. Like, you know
I'm
what I mean? Like,
saying.
I'm saying, but I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good.
I don't either, but
But
okay.
but I'm looking at the pictures of all these fighters have a better tan than you. Like, what's going?
They do. I'm so jealous. Seriously, my kids are like, "Oh my gosh, you look so pale." I'm like, "I know. Too long in Italy, which I'm not complaining. Italy was great, but not enough sun."
This division.
Okay. That's okay.
I don't even know where to start with this division, but just to finish out with Sandy Ryan really quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I agree with you 100%. Look, I don't care what anybody says. She won that fight. Like, she clearly won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the judges were watching in Florida. And I actually felt bad for her. Like she
Me too.
looked confused. Like when they announced it, she was just looking around like she just got robbed because she was.
She did.
Like
She did.
but look at this. It's like, I'm not going to leave it in the hand of the judges. Take her out, and that's what she did. She looked phenomenal in this fight.
She
Too
did.
much power for Terri Harper.
Yes.
Should Terri Harper, like, do you think she should go back up to 154? It seems like the competition isn't as hot up there, or do you think she should move down like to maybe 140 or maybe lightweight, because she came all the way
So
from
I was
135.
trying to remember. She had a draw with Cecilia Brækhus. What
She did,
was
which I
that?
thought Brækhus won.
I did too. But was that at 54? or no?
Yes, 54. Yes,
Okay, that's what I thought. Nika, mwah.
shout out to
Yeah, so
Nika.
yeah, so that's what I need to go see Nika in Florida so I can work on my tan. But yeah,
You're making me look like
so
I have a 10 right now. You know, well, not quite, but
yeah. But yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought that it was at a higher weight and it was a draw. And we know, you know, what Breakus brings to the table. But I have a question. So what do
mm.
you think it is with McCaskill? It's like the first time McCaskill fought Breakus, I thought she lost. The second one, she won. And then we get this draw, you know. What is it? Why? Why do you think we got a draw whenever she fought Sandy Ryan? What is it?
You're talking about McCaskill, right?
Yeah, McCaskill, yeah.
So
Why
because I'm
why did
taking
she get the draw? What do they see for she's not like a spring chicken
you're not impressed. You're not impressed with-
at all. I mean, I could go down a list of
I'll
things
tell
of
you, in
flaws.
fairness, I'll tell you what she does have. She does have respectable punching power, right?
That's all
Uh,
she has.
and
Power.
well, she knows how to generate it with her legs and everything. The power, in
She doesn't
fairness.
have good feet.
And
She's stuck in the mud.
no, maybe she doesn't have good feet, and you know better than me. But I don't like, and I agree with you. I don't think she boxes as good as these other women.
No.
But I'm talking about her generating power. I mean, that comes from her legs, I believe.
Uh-huh. She
But
does have power, that's for
and she
sure.
also has pretty good reflexes, if I'm honest. Her reflexes are pretty good.
She's kind of she's all over the place. It's like she's swimming when she's punching. Like she throws a bunches of punches. She's definitely
Yeah.
conditioned. I'll say that. You know, she's conditioned and she has power. I'll give her
Yeah,
that.
she is conditioned, absolutely.
Mhm.
But here's the problem she has. All these women, they're all conditioned. So, like,
Yeah,
that period. So
yeah.
that's not enough at this level.
No, for sure.
And power just isn't quite enough at this level either, right?
No,
Some of these
it's
women,
not.
like look at Sandy Ryan, she could punch too, right? And
Yeah,
Ryan dealt with her power, and I felt Ryan won at least 8 of those rounds. I don't even think it was
same.
close.
It was not close. It was not close at all.
You can't even make an argument like, "Oh, I could see it." No, I don't see it.
No, no,
All right.
no. And Jessica has no head movement. So if somebody comes along one day who has some more power than she does, it's not going to be pretty because she does not move her head at all.
Do you think, like, in my opinion, I think she threw break us all out, like took her out of her game a little bit. I think
She
the
did.
awkwardness is very similar to, like, we can't quite. If you look at Vernon Forrest, you look at Ricardo Mayorga, you can't quite explain why Mayorga beat him, but like he did. And
Hmm.
I just think it was just the awkwardness, and
Yeah,
women's boxing, it's only 2 minutes, it's only
right.
10 rounds. So if it takes you three rounds to kind of get it together because they're so awkward, that's already 3 rounds. It's almost half the fight.
Absolutely.
And I
I
think
agree.
that's what it was.
Yeah, because Breakus is a boxer. I mean, she is a boxer. She boxes well. She uses her range. She uses her feet. And McCatskill is. I mean, you can see her punches coming, but they're coming so fast and they're everywhere. You know, because like I said, she's just going. She reaches, and it's like you don't know how to time that because It's like it's almost like Jessica does not even have a plan. She's just going, just throwing. And so that does throw off boxers. You know, it does. Not all, but most.
Yeah,
How
I
do
think it
you
threw her off.
it did throw her off. Like how do
I
you
think
study
it's
film?
that. From my understanding, there was a catch weight in those fights. I could be wrong about it. I believe there was. And I do believe Breakus was outgrowing the division because she looked
Yeah,
good against Terry Harper.
she did. She
And I
did look
thought she
good for
won the
sure.
Terry Harper fight.
Yeah, and that was the draw. Yeah, I thought she did too.
And so I think when it comes to Sandy Ryan and Breakus, I think they both got shafted, But now, in fairness, the Terry Harper Breakus fight was more competitive, so
Yeah,
it's not
for sure.
crazy for it to be a draw. I just disagree with it. But do you think Breakus can move back down, or do you think that's it? Because, like, I think making a weight was part of the problem as well.
Yeah, I mean, if we just look at her stature, you know, she looks like she's a big girl.
Mm.
You know, like she looks tall and she's solid. So I could see it being a problem going back down. But
There was a catch weight, by the way.
okay, it was a catch weight, and I also I could see her continuing on though. Like she is she doesn't look like she's fizzling out to me. I think that she's gotten some bad calls, some bad but that's boxing, right? Because people are saying, oh, well, she's old or whatever. But I mean, I think she still looks good. What do you think?
Look, I think she should be a world champion right now at 154 pounds. I think they took
Yeah,
that from her with that draw,
for
and
sure.
she did it in Terry Harper's backyard, by the way.
Hmm.
And not only that, people really believed that she was shot and done. And she
Yeah,
goes
they did.
out there and has a great performance, and it's very frustrating. Someone who's not, she's not in her prime anymore, but she's still good. Like she's a savvy veteran. She got it done that
That hasn't
night.
taken a
And
lot of damage.
what was that? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, you
agree.
broke
I mean,
up.
okay, sorry. I said she hasn't taken a lot of damage,
Yeah.
really. I mean, so she is still good. And I think that's the thing when these boxers, male or female, when they have good defense and good feet and hand placement and they don't take a lot of damage, they can keep going. It's when they're eating all the shots. And that's something that I see in Jessica and different weight class, but sometimes I see that in Serrano. You know, she has accomplished so many great things, but Amanda takes some shots. And sometimes in her speech, I'm just like, I'm worried. I'm worried about her, you know?
Yeah, I guess to me, um, look, Breakus looked good in the Harper fight, so we got to
Hmm.
go by her last performance where she looked good against
Yeah.
someone who was a reigning champion in that weight class, right?
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
and and but I think she should stay at 154. I'm not. I don't believe she will come back down. And somebody confirmed in the chat. Mark Jones says that it was a catch weight.
Thank you, Mark.
Um, why did Breakus agree to that? I don't know, man. But they did offer a lot of money though. Like
Yeah, I mean,
the
money talk.
zone put yeah, the zone put a lot of money up for those fights. So I don't see why Breakus wouldn't have taken it.
Yeah.
Um, Now one thing that was talked about before was, and the reason Breakus, why Matchroom paid Breakus a lot of money to fight, McCaskill was because I believe anyway, Matchroom was trying to set up a Breakus versus Katie Tater fight down the line.
Right. Wow.
Um,
That
does Katie Tater still move up to 147 pounds? Do you think that she'll try to become a three division champion? Is that something in the near future before she hangs him up? Do you think Katie Tater, do you think she'll do it? And second, if she does, do you think she could compete with these bigger girls here?
I think I could see her as a boxer wanting to do it, and wanting to set records. I mean, and she still is very strong, and even though she's been in some wars, I mean, she's still young enough where if she wanted to do it, she could, and she could give, some of these girls a run for their money.
Mhm.
She's very talented. Do I think she should? I don't know. I don't think that honestly that I would want to see her in more than maybe another one or two fights just because I want her to go home and be healthy,
Right.
She's been in some wars too, but and I think if she did walk away, which I'm not saying that she is, but if she did, I mean, I would personally would be satisfied with everything she's done. She's given everything to us, literally.
Yeah.
D-
Look, I think she could compete with these girls. I do.
I do too.
Um, I'm not 100% sure she'd be taller than them though. But
Hmm.
I mean, can she at least, if it's the right opponent, can she come in and snatch one of those belts just to say she's a three division champion, which she
Absolutely.
deserves that shot to?
She could.
Yeah, I believe so.
She could.
She could be a three division undisputed
Yeah, that's true.
if she plays her cards right.
And we've talked about this before, but I just kind of want to touch on it again. The Natasha Jonas and Mayer fight. You know,
Yes.
um, my opinion, and I don't want to be. I try not to be biased because yes, obviously, it's no secret I love Michaela, and I think she's very skilled. And I consider her somebody that I am friends with. But I really and I like Jonas too. I mean, she's a sweetheart. I've met her before too, and she's a sweetheart. But I really thought that Michaela won, and so what does Michaela do now? Like with these girls that are in this division, what do you think her next move should or would be?
Man, there's a lot to look at here. So to me, both these girls over here, Mayer and Jonah, should just stay at 147 at this point. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Okay.
I think Mayer is big enough to go all the way to middleweight. That's my opinion. But
I
maybe
think
not
she could.
yet.
She's
But
tall. Yeah, she's tall and she's got a lot of muscle. Yeah.
yeah, so she could theoretically do that. And if anybody thinks, first of all, I think 154 is easier than 147 as far as the competition. I'm just going to be
Right.
honest.
Right.
It's just a deeper pool at 147. But then again, the money, which I'm sure Mayor wants some of, it's here,
Sure.
right? Now, one
Absolutely.
fight, I will say this though, if Mayer has an opportunity to box Breakus at 154, she
Mm,
should think of that because that is a big name, and I
yeah.
think that's a great boxing match as well. And I think Mayer at this point would win, but it is a good opponent.
No, absolutely. No, I think it is a good opponent, and it would look really, really good on her resume. Break
Yeah.
is a legend. First lady of boxing. They call her. It would really, really be a showdown. I think that would be really good if she did decide to go up, and then when we go up there, in 154, we start teeter tottering on
Mm.
Clarissa Shields. Um, and would that be something that, you know, the money would be right? Would it
Yeah.
fill arenas? Would it entice you? Would it entice the fans?
I think it would. Now, so some comments from Mark Jones, Mayer would eat Breakers alive at this point.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
it's a competitive fight, though.
I think it is a competitive and it would look good, but I think that she would win
Yes.
most of the rounds for sure.
Now, and I do agree with this statement also from Mark Jones. Breakers was 39 when she lost to McCaskill. McCaskill wouldn't have touched the prime 2011, 2014 Breakers.
Oh,
I don't think she would have touched the Breakers from just
agree.
2017.
Agree.
I think she caught her right at the right time, and then with the
Yes.
catch with the top of it. That's
Yeah.
it.
And again, I
Yeah.
thought the first fight, I don't think she won. I didn't think McCaskill won the first fight. I didn't.
You don't
The
think she won
second
that
one,
first fight?
yes. No, I don't think she did.
Okay.
It was in Dallas, I believe. I believe I was there.
It was like
Um,
it looked like some street, right? It was like in a something like that. Like
everything runs together for me. Sorry, in my
I
memory, I
I think
sure.
it was like I remember like I don't know why I thought it was like a kind of a cross section or something like that. But I'm not sure about that. But
Yeah.
Nando Yamas in the building. How's it going, brother? Al DePal. We have a women's boxing channel saying, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Hello, women's boxing
Castill's
channel.
first robbery in Tulsa versus Breakus. I felt. That was in Tulsa actually, and
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I'm having a hard time remembering the first fight for some reason.
You really? So go back and watch it. It was. She didn't win. Like Breakus won. She still looked good. And they gave it to McCaskill, and I'm just like, why? What? And then I was like, you know what? Breakus is getting older, and this is the new face possibly, or they wanted her to be the new face, and here we go. So
Yeah.
that shit happens too. Business.
Yeah.
So you know, it is.
I,
It
I
is.
actually picked. I actually did pick Breakers to beat Harper, and I should have won my bet, but they got
Yeah.
me with a draw. It is what it is. But I thought that was bullshit. I'm just putting that out there. All right.
Yeah. It
But
was.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. It really was. But
Yeah.
this weight class is very hot
Oof.
right now. But I want to ask you, what do you think about Candy Wyatt? I mean, is she going to be a gatekeeper? Is she just going to be an opponent? Like, what do you think her future looks like?
I
She hasn't been looking very good.
Well, tell us a little bit about Candy Wyatt because I'm having a hard time remembering watching her fights.
So she and McCatskill, they had a slugfest, and McCatskill, she did stop her. Jonas also beat her. She stopped her,
Okay.
and took her IBF belt. She's been around for a minute. I can't remember where she's from. Somebody help me. But I just, as of late, she has just not.
She's from Canada.
Is she from? Okay. Is she from
Yeah.
Canada? Okay. Okay. That
Yeah,
sounds right.
she's lost 2 in a row and
Yeah.
lost oh, she's been in a bad losing streak.
She's been in some battles. She has. And I'm just
She's only won 1 of her last 6.
yeah. And I'm just
So
wondering
and
what
3 of her last like 10. So like that's not looking good.
uh-uh.
But I don't think she's in the mix from what I'm
And
looking
she's
at.
and she it's so sad because she's like thrown around like a rag doll. And I mean, I do see glimmers sometimes when she's
Sure.
boxing, but it's not looking good at all. It's really not. But look,
Oh,
there's
I remember. Okay, I do remember a fight with Jonas now.
you do? Okay. And
Yes,
Jonas stopped her.
Jonas did stop her. But I do remember the fight, and it was where um Jonas won the vacant belt. I'm
Yeah.
very surprised that was for a vacant belt.
Was it for oh, I don't know why I thought that the Candy had an IVF.
Remember, Jonas was a champion in 154 unified,
Yeah,
and
okay.
they wanted to do the Terry Harper fight for undisputed.
Yes.
Jonas wasn't interested because she doesn't like the way Matchroom treated her when she was over there. She
Okay.
wanted Terry Harper rematch and never got it. By the way, I thought Jonas won that fight when
Yeah,
those
I
two
did
had a
too.
war back in 130.
Yeah, it was a
But
war.
but nonetheless, she ended up going back down to 147, and yeah, I remember that fight now. But
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, but Kenny White's not in. She's not in the mix. Like all these girls around us right now will beat her.
Yeah, and have, I don't know, just as a mom, I worry about, these boxers sometimes. Like, okay, it might be time to hang it up. But
Right.
for me, that I'm so excited about, that I'm really looking forward to, and that's with Lauren Price, the Olympian gold
So I
medalist.
seen Lauren Price fight, right? Um,
Yes.
and for me, it's like she looks good. Like she looks the part. Southpaw,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
She's actually a pretty
Strong.
good height for the weight
Mhm.
class, and
Yeah. Muscular.
she's very like compact and
Hmm.
you know just really good fighter, obviously.
She is.
What can you tell us about like what do you know about like her amateur like pedigree
She has a
and all
great
that?
amateur background. I mean, she was a gold medalist.
There you
Um,
go.
and we've been in camps with her, and worked alongside with her in the past, Team USA,
How
and
strong is she?
she's strong. She's pretty strong. She is, and she's got a great attitude. This is her. I believe that this is her time. This is her
Okay.
time. Where she's coming up and she's where she wants to be. She's got the right fight, as a pro against McCatskill. And man, listen, if you're a betting man, put your money down. Just saying.
Mm.
Oh, so
McCaskill's gonna break Joe Lewis's record. I remember that, by the way. And then they robbed her.
and yeah, so Women's Boxing Channel says Sandy Ryan beat Price in the amateurs.
Yeah.
I can believe that. Price is the we're Commonwealth European champion. Yeah, and I think that says a lot. It does, but also sometimes things don't translate. Sometimes they do into the pros. Sometimes they don't. I mean, how many of superstars do we know that got beat by somebody else? in the amateurs, but then once they go pro, it's a whole different story. So,
Right.
you grow, you learn, you go back and see what you did wrong and right. Yeah, so Lauren Price and Chris, they're actually, they're married, and Chris is very talented as well, and they will definitely, this is boxing pound for pound, Jack. Yeah, they will definitely both become champions. Her wife is very very talented as well.
So Lauren Price, you think that this is the end of the road for McCaskill here
I mean, I don't want to say it's the end of the road because
as
obviously,
champion? As champion.
she's got she's got some forces working for her with these draws and with these
Mm.
opportunities. So I won't say it's the end of the line because for whatever reason she's still relevant. We're still talking about her. But I do believe that Lauren Price will beat her. I do. I
Interesting.
just pray that it's it's clear enough that there's not another draw.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, she's gonna be in Lauren Price's. It's gonna be in Wales, isn't it? This fight.
I believe so. Yes.
So, like, I don't think she's gonna get a gift decision over there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and and,
No, absolutely not.
and she's only going over there because of the money, because nobody else was willing to pay her anything.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
purse bid for her versus Habenezen was like 50,000. That's after you split it. It wasn't what him and Coach Ramos think they're worth or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I get it. Bills to pay and things like that. But you got to be realistic with
so
yourself.
they showed him the mola, the narrow, and like, okay, I'll go to Wales, shit. I need a
Yeah. Yeah.
check. So,
Right.
so
Got bills
I
to pay,
think
baby. Let's
I
go.
gotta tell you right now, I think this is cash out there. That's what this is,
I mean,
in my
maybe so,
opinion.
but I don't think it's the end for her because what else are they gonna do?
No,
Like,
no, look, she's still gonna get to the fights. Look, they're gonna be
oh, but as
old.
far as being on top,
Yeah, like
okay, I got you. I got you.
I think
Pound for pound,
this
Jack
is
said, and your favorite girl, Chris beat Sky Nicholson so easy in the amateurs. Yeah, I remember that. I remember she
what's
did. And
that?
Sky Nicholson is about to fight for a world title, I believe,
Well,
coming up.
look. Here's the thing. I was suffering from lack of sleep,
Google eyes.
insomnia.
Google
Like
eyes. She's so
insomnia was
pretty, and
like
she is so
I was
pretty.
suffering. I was suffering through insomnia, and then I watched Sky Nicholson fight, and I just fell right asleep. You know what I mean? Like that, it helped me with that. You know what I mean? So thank
Yeah,
God for her. Okay, I'm just
right,
not a fan of Sky Nicholson's style. I'm not saying it's not
right.
effective. It works, obviously, right? But
Yeah,
I think this. I don't have a problem with her opponent. That she's going to be fighting next, but we'll see when she fights some of these other girls like Raven Chapman, and I think that's a tough fight for her. I don't think
yeah.
she wins that fight, quite frankly. And you know who else I don't think she beats?
Oh, we already know that.
I gotta whisper the name because then people get scared.
Now they get scared.
You know what I mean?
One,
I
2,
1, 2. Tara's coming for you. I'm just saying. 3, 4.
3, 4.
You
Lock
better
that
lock the door.
door.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
5,
absolutely.
6. Get your
I will
crucifix.
say she has a 4 fight deal, and she'll be talking about it soon. She so I'm really excited that she's finally getting, you know
And before anybody says, like if somebody disagrees with us, that's fine. I just want to
yeah,
see the fight. Like if Nicholson beats her, okay, cool. But
then
I want to see the
great. I'll
fight.
say, you know what? The better woman won.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
my
cool.
point is, what pisses me off is not people that disagree with my opinion. It's people that say, "No, she doesn't have to fight Tara Brown for what? What has Tara Brown done? What the fuck have all these other chicks she fought done? You kidding
Exactly. Go
me?
back to the amateur resume, to the pro
And this
resume.
isn't like I don't even like it when Canelo does it. Like I could fight whoever I want. Like, but at least Canelo's a big mega attraction. Sky Nicholson's been fighting on undercards,
Yeah.
deep on the undercard in front of empty arenas and sold out venues. Like the
Yeah.
event was sold out and people haven't even shown up yet. I'm
Exactly.
just saying. Okay. So don't act like you're a big star and you're above fighting Terri Brown. Give me a break, okay?
Yeah, I mean, don't that see, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, Sky, she's nice. We've been in camp with her many times. She is a nice person. And so I don't know if this is just a persona that they're wanting her to have, like, looking down, putting her nose up, like, batting her eyes, like, whatever. It's not a good look. It's not.
Well, even
Um,
the whole like, Serrano's ducking me. She don't want to fight me. Give me
yeah,
a
that
break.
that that was just not even.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that was comical. Serrano's not gonna duck anybody. She's not. She's a beast, and she'll go to war. And I worry about her, but she will go to war. She'll do what
She
she has to
does,
do.
yeah. By the way, I hope she
She
gets
really will.
better. I know the eye got messed up. Like, let me ask you, like,
With Aquanet,
have you ever had a situation while you're getting your hair done, or something like, well, what's up with that? Or something fell in her eye? Like, well, what happened?
I don't know. Somebody told me, inboxed me and said it was like Aquanet. So I mean, Aquanet. I think I used Aquanet in the 7th grade, and that was a long, long time ago.
Aquanet, what the hell's that?
It's hairspray. I didn't even know they still made Aquanet. I think maybe you can find it at the dollar store. And I'm not even trying to like throw jabs. I'm not. I'm just like
What was the
really
hairspray
curious. So what was the
for?
real deal? Like, what was it?
Does it help with braiding the hair or something?
Well, it's
Hairspray?
hairspray. It's hairspray. So I don't know if they were hairspraying her hair and it got in her eyes. And I will say too, for the record, I have had Aquanet in my eyes. And yeah, it burns for a minute, but maybe they make it differently now. Maybe it does something different now. I don't know. Maybe it's a better hold and it really damages your eye. I don't know. I don't know.
Mark Jones says Terri Brown has fought a collection of fighters that can only aspire to be considered tomato cans. Here's the thing, and I made my jokes too, and Terri Brown
Yeah,
even heard
yeah,
my joke about the
yeah,
the Walmart greeters and like
yeah.
what I mean. But
And
those,
I'm gonna address that after you do after you
yeah,
comment.
but and I believe I think I know what you're gonna say, but
Mhm.
I'm sure it's tied to she could only fight who is willing to get in the ring with her.
Exactly.
Now, here's the
She
reality about Terri Brown, okay? Because everyone keeps touting the credentials of Sky. Oh, Sky Nicholson got fast tracked, but she has a great amateur pedigree. Sky Nicholson never won a fucking Worlds, okay? She
right.
won Commonwealth,
Yes. No
which is a great
disrespect, but
accomplishment.
yeah. Yes.
Look, I'm not saying it's not a great accomplishment or nothing like that, but it's not
Yeah.
Worlds.
Right. No.
I would argue the Pan Ams are tougher, but maybe that's debatable, okay? But still.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
You ain't fighting
You're right.
Cuba, okay?
Right.
You ain't fighting Ukraine. You ain't even fighting all of
Right.
Europe.
Kazakhstan.
But
Kazakhstan.
you're not even fighting like all of Europe. It's not even
Right.
like a Euro tournament. It's just the
All the Latin
Commonwealth.
countries. Yeah. Exactly. Um. But I do want to say, Mark. So I see what you're saying, and you don't have to believe me. It's okay. But like Tierra and I talk, pretty regular basis, and I see the emails and I see the text messages. And for this fight that she has coming up, 5 top women in her weight class, they were offered the fight. All of them said hell to the no. 5. I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to tell you that I've seen the text messages. I've seen the emails. These top girls in her weight class say hell no. So you know what? If somebody's going to step up so she can stay active and follow her dreams and do what she needs to do to get where she wants to be, then that's what she's willing to do. And kudos to these women because they're getting stopped, you know?
Yeah. She could only fight who's willing to get in front of her, quite frankly. That's just the reality of it. Unfortunately, a lot of and I know we look at and we're talking about them right now. The divisions are hot, all that's great, but there's more problems with women's boxing than people tend to mention. Just like in the men's, by the way. I know men's has a lot of
Yes.
issues too. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of women fighters. Like there's a great imbalance with opportunity. There just is, right?
Yeah.
There's some female fighters that gotta go like they just have a harder path right? Al Money, $2
Thank
super
you, Almond.
sticker. We appreciate you. All right. That's the cool guy. Look at that. They don't show it on
Cool
StreamYard for
guy.
some reason, but
He is a cool guy.
you know what I mean? It's a nice, cool, what is that? Like a,
I like that. I might get my nails that color. I like it. It's pretty.
yeah, that's right. There we go.
No, but you're right. You're right. And even look, Women's Boxing Channel. That's nonsense statement from Mark. Tierra's been calling all the names. Nobody wants to fight her. Lose a tomato can phrase. It's so freaking true. Look, everybody wants to hold on to their They do. And who wants to get knocked out? Like really. And I get it. I get it. But if you're in boxing, you got to fight people to get where you want to get. We want to see as fans, we want to see the best fighting the best, and I hate the fact that whenever these top dogs cannot get the fights that they
Mm.
want or deserve because the other person has to agree, then there's other fans out there that say they fight tomato cans. Well,
Yeah.
to get in the ring, I won't call anybody a tomato can, because to get in the ring and get punched and possibly knocked out, you gotta be special, So respect to them. But what can you do when people won't fight you? What do you do?
All I know is this, right? This is everything in a nutshell. So, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen in men's boxing either, because it does.
It does.
However,
It absolutely does.
but like Shrenika Johnson once again is coming off a loss and getting a title shot.
We
Okay,
see this all the
like
time.
it's happened. This is the second time Shrenika Johnson loses a fight, and in the very next fight she gets a title shot. The first time she got a title shot, by the way, she fought someone else coming off a loss, and they both fought for a vacant belt.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing here? But you're telling me Tara Brown can't just get a crack at somebody?
But I have to say this too. It's like it's let's say, I mean, you work at freaking Walmart, okay? And I respect to Walmart. And you want to be a manager. Well, your best friend is a manager. So your best friend is going to talk to who they need to talk to and pull you up, and you're going to be a manager. So it's also who you have representing you and who you know. It really is. I mean, it's so sad that it comes down to that. And I've seen and heard stories where people are paying 50 to 100 or more to fight somebody. They're paying people so that they can get that shot and they can get on TV and they can get titles. The shit happens. Let's not live in a fairy tale land where the best are fighting the best and everybody earns their spot, because that's not really what it is. And it's so sad, and not everybody does it, but it does happen. And it takes a lot of money to manage and promote and push a fighter up to where they need to be. It does.
So let me ask you this, because Shrenika Johnson is an attractive woman, and when the weigh-in, she wears sweat t-shirts with paint, and she has an OnlyFans, so like a sexual explicit one.
Right.
I don't know how explicit. I'm not subscribed to it, but I imagine, right, from what I've seen. Right. So like,
at
what
least
can
you're not gonna tell us.
no, not at all. Hell no. But what I'm saying is this: like, there's former Olympians that can't get a fight. Like, I'm not even saying, give them a title shot. They can't get a fight.
Right. You're right. You're right about that. You're so right about that.
Jenny Fuse can't get a fight. When I interviewed her, she literally said, "I'm not going to do the sexual stuff to try to get a fight."
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Right, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like what? Are we really gonna just reward this type of, like? Look, first of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna act like I'm some like squeaky clean conservative dude that doesn't want to see breasts, and it's whatever to me. I really don't care. But when it comes to boxing,
right,
I just want to see the best fight the best.
Same.
I don't want to see the breast fight the breast. I want to see the best fight the best.
No, you're absolutely right. And as a woman, I think that women should be able to wear what they want, do what they want, express themselves however it is that they want. But then again, you see sometimes these tactics, and I'm innocent. thirst traps. I'm going to put my phone number out, thirst traps. You know, these certain things to deflect from whatever's really going on. And so as a woman, it's hard for me to respect that because I do know other women that work their asses off that are sparring and training every freaking day, and they don't want to succumb to that. And because these other women do, the women that are working their asses off, sometimes harder than men, don't get opportunities.
They don't
And
get
that's what I don't like.
opportunities. They get aged out. When they finally get the shot, they could have injuries or something like because they've been waiting for so long. And I think that's what they're doing with Jenny Fuchs. I think that's what they're
Yeah,
doing with Tara
right,
Brown.
right.
They're trying to age these women out. That's what they're doing.
They are, and it's
I'm
sad
sorry.
because
I
they're
see it
very well
happen.
decorated, they're very accomplished, and they can fucking box. It's sad.
I'm not out here saying, Christine, hey, give Jenny Fuchs a title shot now. That's not. I'm not even saying that.
No, let her make her way like everybody else. Let her
But can she get
start
a
here,
fight?
but at least give her a chance. Let her fight somebody. She'll beat
And can
some
the
of these top
fans
dogs right now.
and can the fans cut it out? Like when like if I bring up a why one of these girls fight Tara Brown? Oh, look at her resume. She hasn't fought anybody. Well, in order to like somebody's got to give you a chance to fight
Right.
somebody.
If she is not a threat, if she's not a threat, somebody step up, fight her, get her out the way. Get her out the way. It'll make for good TV. You'll get a payday. Let them go. You know. What does boxing pound for pound Jack say? Ebony Bridges has ducked 40-year-old Nina Hughes for 2 years. Laughable. You know what? She also ducked my girl. You know, chicken, and she fought Yoshida, and
Ebony
Yoshida. She
Bridges.
lost.
Look.
And she
Here's the thing
lost.
with Ebony. Look, here's the thing with Ebony. Is she as bad as people say no? Right. But I mean, the reality is, this is another girl. I'm sorry, she never earned a title shot. I don't care what anybody tells me. Okay,
No.
like her and Courtney fought for a vacant belt. Okay,
Yeah.
that they never earned, and they had never fought anybody of consequence. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just the reality, and that's just the truth. All right, like I'm sorry, and
Yeah.
the reality is, look, I don't give a fuck. All right, Ebony Bridges fighting somebody anywhere near her prime and without injury is not going to beat anybody good ever.
No.
I'm just going to
No.
put that out there.
No.
Okay. Like I'm just going to 100%. All right. The best performance of her life, she was fighting a woman with a fucked up shoulder. Right. That's just the truth. So
Yeah.
it's whatever to me. All right. But and I'll tell you another thing. From what I saw from is it Yoshida? Is that her name?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so bad.
It's Yoshida, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm bad with Japanese names.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry.
Um,
Yes. But respect to her. She's awesome.
and the thing is, the little bit I saw her fight Chicken, right? That one fight I saw,
Mm-hmm.
Chicken clearly wanted to fight, but I still saw some of the qualities of Yoshida,
For sure.
and I
Absolutely.
was like,
Take nothing away from her.
Mio
Absolutely.
Yoshida. Thank you. I bet on her to win. I thought she was going to beat Ebony because Ebony was high, right? Like she was feeling herself,
She
right?
was feeling herself.
Like she was feeling herself and thought too much of her previous performance after fighting a very injured opponent. Okay,
Mhm.
that's just the truth. I know
Yeah.
the truth, and she was feeling herself a little too much. And they thought, okay, we're gonna cherry pick someone who just fought a couple weeks ago. She was
Yeah. Get
softened
her in
up.
there quick. She don't have time to
Yeah, get
recover.
her in
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
She was softened up by Chicken. Let's get her in
Yeah.
there. Boom, boom, and a smaller girl at that. And guess what
Yeah.
happened? She got taken to school. And you know what?
To
She was
school,
softened up by
honey.
Chicken.
Yes.
That was a softened up version of Yoshida.
Absolutely
So
it was.
like it is what it is. Okay.
Yep.
And she would not be Chicken.
Absolutely not. And
Chinga beat it with a jab alone because Ebony has never fought anybody with a jab like that.
exactly. And we went to that
Period.
fight. We went to the fight, because of course, obviously, we thought Ebony was gonna win. I mean, did we feel like the powers that be would she'd win? And she didn't, because we were like, okay, now we want you next. And Yoshida won. And you know what? Good for her. She deserved it. Hands
Hey,
down.
at the end of the day, and if she fights Courtney again, she's gonna lose.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay, like she clearly
For
lost
sure.
that fight. All right,
Absolutely.
but it's whatever. But let's get back to welterweight.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
get back. I'm sorry. We're just all over the place when we talking about these women.
it's all good. It's all good. Look, here's the thing. Habison, as we know, she lost to Clarissa Shields at a higher weight class.
Yes.
Um, was that fight at 160 or 154? It was 154, right?
Ooh, I think it was 154, but
I
don't
don't
quote.
remember, but she clearly lost to, and that was that whole thing where her coach was attacked by Clarissa Shields' sister or brother or
Yes.
something like
No, I thought
that.
it was her brother.
Brother, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
her brother.
It wasn't like an
Oh,
identify as type of situation. It was a brother.
no, I think it was her brother.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure.
anyway, it was that's what I remember about that fight.
Yeah, that
Um,
I'm right. Same.
terrible thing. Like,
Same.
I can't believe that happened. By the way,
Yeah,
um,
it was very sad.
in fairness, Clarissa had nothing. Like from my understanding, it didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
But
right. She didn't like tell him to do that. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I think look, it looks like she's gonna win this fight. Although I don't know anything about her opponent,
I don't
but she's
either.
gonna have two of the belts. To
Yeah.
me, like that. Hey, that's a fight Mayer can do easily. Jonas can
Yes.
do like
Yes.
that's unification right there. Why not? Like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
and in no disrespect to Habazin, I just think she's the weaker link of a lot of the girls right now in the picture.
I agree with you. I agree with that.
So Mayer, we talked about her. Um, at welterweight, what do you think? Like, which opponent do you see for? Which fight would you like to see for Mayer?
I mean, this is gonna sound, I don't know. I would really, really like to see she and Jonas have a rematch. I would. But if I was Jonas, I wouldn't give her a rematch. I wouldn't. I mean, like, why? I'm the champion. It's too risky. But honestly, I would like to see that. But if not that, I would not mind Michaela schooling McCatskill. Just saying. But
Oh, she would
that's
take her to
my
school.
emotional, like, proving a point shit.
She would take her to school.
I would not mind seeing that. I would pay double, um, put it on pay-per-view and I'll pay double. Just
And there's a
saying.
story
I'll be
there,
on the
by the
card
way.
of something, huh?
But before we continue, like, well, let me just finish this point, and I'll read the chat a little bit. But
Okay.
Clarissa, not Clarissa Shield. What am I talking about?
I
Mayer, Michaela Mayer. I just there's a storyline there because I do remember she was talking a lot of shit to McCaskill on Twitter and to her trainer, by the way, Ramos, talking a lot of shit. This was when Mayer was still at 130. So
yeah.
here she is.
Well,
She's in her backyard now. Hey, I'm at 147. What's up? And
yeah.
I personally do think there's a storyline behind that. I would love to see one of those sit down face offs. I think that'll be something right there, and that is a fight that could happen. But I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to see it because I think she's McCaskill's going to lose
She's
against
gonna
her.
lose the
Price.
price.
She's going to pay the price.
She's
You know
gonna
what I mean?
pay the price.
She's going to pay the
Lauren
price
gonna
against
take her
Price.
to school.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see Mayor Jonas again. That's what I want to
Yeah,
see.
I do. I want to see that too. No,
Now,
disrespect to
come
Joe.
on,
I like her. She's
let's do.
fabulous.
It was close enough.
It
Let's do
was
it
close
again.
enough to warrant a rematch. Yes.
And most feel Mayor won, but
Yes.
I
But
thought
it
it was
doesn't
really
matter
close.
because we weren't the judges, so it doesn't matter, because Jonas had her hand raised at the end of the night. But I guess for more on the emotional prove a point, shut up fight, I would like to see her school McCatskill. So those are the um two opponents that I would like to see
Sure.
for different reasons.
But Jonas, same thing. You want to see her fight Mayor?
I do. I do. I think that like I said, if I was Jonas, I wouldn't personally give her a rematch because it's too risky, you know. And it was uh she clearly
Sure.
did not win. And if she goes back and watches the fight, she's gonna know that. So why would she give her a rematch? But
Right, right.
make that money. Make that money, honey. That's me.
Speaking, and one more girl, really quick. Well, how did you do that?
What?
The fireworks and all that.
Because I am.
You saw that, right?
I did.
What's going on? I don't get any of this stuff. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
well, you got to be special. I'm just saying. It's okay. You'll get
I,
there.
I, I think stream art is sexist because the men don't get it, just the women. You know,
You'll get there one day. Don't worry about it.
you know what I mean? Like, I think it's sexist. That's what I think. Okay. But what about, look, Chantel Cameron, obviously, and rightfully so, wants to get the trilogy with Katie Taylor, right?
Yeah,
And that
sure.
should be her first priority. I'm not even saying it shouldn't, but if for
Yeah,
whatever reason that doesn't come to be, or if they do fight, win, lose, or draw, I want to see her in this division. I would love to see Chantel Cameron fight any one of these girls, like her against
Oh,
Price
oh
on
yeah.
All UK Battle. I think that's a great fight. I
Oh
think
yeah.
Chantel Cameron against Mayer, against Jonas.
Yeah.
She already beat McCaskill, so we don't really need to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, you're right. No, I think that would be good. I do. I agree with you. Like right now, this is a great time to be a woman in boxing. It really is.
Mm,
It
yeah,
really is. I mean, we're seeing some very talented women who have proven themselves. Most of them in the amateur ranks, and now they want to be under the bright lights. You know, and we are seeing some badass women, and I'm
yeah.
excited. It's a great time to be a woman.
By the way, Sandy Ryan as well. Like that's
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
that Chantel Cameron versus Sandy Ryan. Sandy Ryan, by the way, was helping Katie Taylor prepare for
right,
Chantel
right,
Cameron. So
exactly.
so like
Yeah,
the again, like why not? Like, is there
why
something Sandy
not?
Ryan does well that
And
prepared her for
Sandy,
that?
she's young. Isn't she young? She's pretty young, isn't she?
Who?
Sandy Ryan.
Sandy Ryan?
Yeah, she seems like I think she's pretty young. Like she looks young and she's got she's got a nice career ahead of her. Like she can,
So
you know.
Sandy Ryan is 30 years old.
Oh, she looks like a baby. Okay, well that's a baby to me. So
She's the baby face assassin. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
baby
what
face assassin. Let's rename her. I'm saying.
but well, this a lot of girls have that nickname for some reason. Like, but
Yeah, well, I mean,
uh,
women, we look young. Just
yeah,
saying.
y'all age
Oh,
faster than men, but it's okay. You know what I mean?
nah, no, I don't know about
You do.
that. Not
But
all.
Chantel Cameron's 32, so but
Okay.
look, that's still in modern age, especially
Well,
that's
especially
you're still
for
in your
women.
prime.
For women in boxing, that's it used to be like the men are aging out like at 32, 35, right? So for
Yep.
women, it's a new time. It's like we have 2-minute rounds. We're
Yep.
not taking the abuse that some of these men are. And for women, you can go. We can go.
Yeah,
40,
yeah.
45, maybe 50. Hey, just saying.
Chantel Cameron, I think she's also I think she fits well in this weight class. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know,
Yes, writing yogi. Yes,
Sandy
absolutely.
Ryan is
Girl,
emerging as the face of women's boxing for sure.
for
Okay, I
sure.
want to address something that was said earlier about pound for pound Jack. Apparently, that the broadcasting team was saying that let me pull it up. Christine, did you hear that Chris Mannix and Todd Grisham say Yoshida was robbed against Metcalf and the scorecards were rigged?
Yeah, I have heard that. But again, who
Well, let me
has
ask
a
you some questions. Let me ask you some
who,
questions. Well, let me ask you this:
okay.
Who was the promoter of that event, Christine?
DeBella.
And isn't Yoshida the Bella fighter?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh, and it was in the Bella's backyard, right, New York.
New York, baby.
So why would the Bella Entertainment in New York rig it for chicken?
Exactly. Exactly. You know, and all due respect to commentators, there's very few that I really respect, but they've
Hey,
got a position, they've got a job, and I don't know what kind of instruction they get before and after, but they were wrong, and they can say what they want because at the end of the night, we got our hand raised. You know, it is what it is.
I scored at 7-3 for
Yeah,
Metcalf.
yeah. What was it? Pretty? Was it a
And then let
sweet?
me ask you another
No.
question, right?
Okay.
Well, let me ask you another question. I mean, I'm not even saying this is the reason, but how convenient that you want to say such a bold statement like that, but they removed the fight from the zone.
They sure did. Thank you, D
All,
Style. I was
all
gonna
they gotta do is you could just put the fight back up so everybody could watch it for themselves if you
thank
want.
you. I didn't want to say that, but I'm going to because we're still working on some shit. You know, and trying to get these fights done, and I think we're gonna come up with something
Wh-
soon.
Which
But
which backfired because everybody couldn't really study Yoshida's last fight
he
like
could
that.
not.
What a
So
shame.
hey,
But even if she could, she's not long. She doesn't have a jab like that. She don't have footwork like that. She couldn't even
no,
emulate what McLeod did anyway.
and trust me, let me tell you something. The chicken that you saw then and the chicken that you're going to see in the next fight, she has improved, and we study too,
Woo.
honey. We study, baby. Trust me. And we
Oh,
working.
and that was and I bet you didn't mention that was an itty bitty little ring. That ring was so tiny. I
That
mean,
bed, that ring was the size of my bed. Okay, that
she's-
ring was tiny.
and Chicken was still razzing dazzing. She was still circling that ring and making
Sure
her
was.
miss and popping that jab. She was still doing that.
Sure
Still
was.
couldn't get her against the ropes.
Nope. Why is that fight the only one not not available?
Let me
I'm
tell
just
you this: if it's a small ring, and it was that favors the aggressive fighter.
absolutely it does.
So how the hell
Absolutely.
did Chicken
And
win?
that's part of it for people that
There's
don't
only
know.
one way the non-aggressive fighter wins in a small ring.
Right.
If it's clear that she outboxed her, that's it.
That's right.
100%.
Yep.
I'm not again, I gave you shit a third round. I'm not saying shit didn't do anything.
No,
Right?
right. No, I give her credit. She's very talented. She
Yeah.
is. You know, look, yeah, she is.
I just don't want anybody to get me wrong and like I'm not saying your shit is not good. She's really good.
No, and she had probably a longer training camp and more time than we did because you know we were B side. We don't get that call, you know, months in advance.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Well, this is in my opinion, hottest division in women's boxing.
agree,
Just a bunch of fighters that moved up, some have moved down, and it just made this melting pot of
agree.
of 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 greatness. You know what I mean? And then I know I'm gonna say the name. You could react however you want, but Alicia Baumgartner's talked about coming to the weight class, so that's another name that could throw
Let's
her.
go. Let's go.
She could throw her needles. I mean, she could throw her gloves in the hat. You know what I mean? Like right there, ready to go. But
Let's
I did see
go.
her. I saw her Instagram earlier. She does look a little. She looks innocent.
Oh yeah, does
It's
she?
just like I like when I say that, and like it's like really like. But
Yeah. Where's she at? Where you at, girl?
I don't know.
Get on
But
his ass. I'm not. I don't want to incriminate myself right now. I'm not going to say shit. I'm just going to say, really, okay, all right.
if she's talking about fighting Clarissa Shields at 147, you know, she could fight these girls, right?
Why would Clarissa have to come down to meet her when she's the fucking queen champ? Why? Why? What?
Well,
No,
because she is moving up from 130, right?
it doesn't matter. If you want to fight the champ, you fight the champ where she's at. Why would the champ go down and meet you? That's a benefit for you. You're not going to get no benefit. I'm going to have all the benefit, all of it.
So
No,
she should meet her. Well, what about 154?
whatever Clarissa says is what goes.
But what if Clarissa says
Alicia
168? I
can't
mean,
say nothing. She wants to fight her. The undisputed pound for pound champ.
No,
The
but
no.
here's the but. Like,
Why
it's not like
do you make
she,
it fair for somebody who's trying to beat you?
but
Why do
she doesn't call the shots that much. She's not like a big name. You know what I mean? Like she's
let
you
me
know.
let me tell you, if I have all the belts, all that jewelry in my house, you're gonna do what I say. You ain't calling shit.
So she'll go to 160 because that's where she has the belts.
Wherever, if that's what it is, that's
You
what it is.
can't bring a 130 pounder all the way to 160.
Why? If you want my stuff, you're gonna come to me and take it.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Like
then,
154.
She should have never put her name in her mouth.
Well, she keeps calling out Clarissa Shields, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, then she's got to come to Clarissa Shields, whatever negotiation she wants to do. Whatever Clarissa wants to do, that's what it is.
So in saying that, should Clarissa, if she wants to fight a Katie Taylor, go down to 147 then?
Yeah, because Katie is the champ at 147.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So wait a minute. Bumgarner's a champ too.
Unless Katie wants to go up, it's on her.
But Bumgarner's a champ too.
But she's calling out Clarissa at a bigger weight. The girl's big compared to Alicia. Like, but she's undisputed champ. Like, she's not just a champ.
Hey, Alicia Bumgarner's undisputed champ too. I'm just putting that out there. You know what I mean?
But Clarissa's not calling Alicia out.
No, but here's how it
until Alicia started messing with her.
No. Wait. Let's time out. Let's go.
I'm not going to agree with you.
Let's go back.
I'm not agreeing with you. Not agreeing with you.
Let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. Everybody be careful. We're backing up.
No.
Here's the thing. All she ever said was, "Yeah, I would fight her." And
all she ever said, did you miss all these tweets?
No,
wait, she was like dogging her out and talking shit.
Wait. I backed up. We got to back up first. All this started because Alicia was basically saying, "There's no friends here. Like at the end of the day, I'm here to fight. And yes, I would fight Clarissa Shields." And Shields got offended, saying, "Hey, I've always supported you. Why are you saying you would fight me? Blah blah blah." And Shields started the fighting words.
No, because look, listen. So in anything, you have a small circle. And so I believe that Clarissa felt like they were tighter than that. That's like you and I felt like we're tight. And then one day you're like, you know what? I will fucking demolish Christine on my show. Like, I will whoop her ass. Like, I'm the best. I will challenge her. You know, we can go head to head. And I'm going to be like, what? Where'd that come from?
It's a little different.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put it into perspective. Like, so you got your people. So they supposedly, I mean, she even chose her over Michaela. And Michaela and she went to the Olympics together. They were in camp. It is very tight when you're in camp, when you're on the same team. That's a sisterhood, a brotherhood. And she chose Alicia over Michaela.
So the one that started this loyalty was Shields.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're disloyal to one person, you're going to be disloyal to somebody else, right?
Well, the thing is this, okay? Yeah, exactly. So she started, but this is the thing. So they're not even the same weight class. So why are you going to call your friend out? Y'all aren't even in the same weight class, and you're going to start talking shit.
Man.
I'm just saying.
I don't think she was talking shit. She just said, I would be willing to fight her. And she said, "Hey, it will be a great fight." It didn't start at disrespect.
She could have named a lot of people. She could have come and saw Tierra. I'm just saying. There's a lot of people. You know, she could have came and saw Chicken. You know, I'm just saying.
Oh, Chicken's a little too small, isn't she?
My point is this.
There's
plenty of women that she could have called out. Why is she going to call out her friend who's in
I'll tell you, she could have called out. Here's what I will say. You should have given Michaela that rematch and Michaela wanted it. I'll say that.
Exactly. She could have done that.
She did everything to say, "Oh no, you don't deserve it because you got mad at the decision. Well, duh. I mean, it was a competitive fight. I thought Michaela won, but whatever,
I did too.
But
I did too.
with that said, I think Shields outboxes her pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure she does. For sure she does.
Can she stop her? She's a lot smaller.
I think because she is smaller, she possibly could. I mean, a lot of people say, Shields is not powerful. I mean, look at her knockout ratio, none.
Right.
But because Alicia is smaller, it's possible. It's possible. It is.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, it's a great time to be a woman in boxing, in any facet of boxing. It's exciting time.
Well, I just think that she may come to 147, right? Bumgarner, that is, and that's just another name. We'll see. And I think we touched on it, but Terri Harper, look, she took a hell of a beating in this fight, and I think
she did.
I don't know how much of it is just Sandy Ryan is just a beast, but she is.
No, we got to give
how
her
much
credit.
of it is the punch resistance of Terri Harper's gone.
Yeah, we have to give Sandy her credit because she beat Jessica and she beat Terri, and those are two names, in this weight class for women. So we have to give Sandy her flowers for sure. She did the damn thing.
Well, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, do you think Terri should call it a day, or you think she's still in the mix here with the right style, like maybe a rematch with Jonas, or how does she fare against Mayer, like other opponents?
So it gets really sticky with this because as a mom or a coach, it's like you don't want to see men or women taking this abuse. But then again, I don't know what her home situation is, what her financial situation is, how she feels emotionally, if she has some goals to prove. So it's like, it's very hard for me to say. But as a mom, coach, I mean, I don't like to see, people just get beat fight after fight. So I don't know. I can't speak on her. But that's what I feel. I don't know. We'll see what she does.
I just think stylistically, in my opinion, this girl right here, Sandy Ryan, was a bad style for her. Obviously, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know if she would have beat Jonas, but I think that's a great fight.
So I think that would be a great fight. And I think that I think Jonas is very talented. I do. But I think the high that Sandy's on now, after her draw, after this win, that possibly she could beat Jonas. And she's looked great in every other fight to me. She just did not look as good against Michaela. So I think that it is possible that Sandy could beat Jonas. I do. And I like Jonas. But who knows? We'll see, hopefully.
Oh, I was on mute there. Well, what about Jonas against Terri Harper in the rematch?
Oh, gosh. She would destroy Terri. She would.
You don't think it was just a matter of like a bad style with Sandy Ryan?
No, because we've seen Terri get beat before, and I just yeah. Would you say Baumgartner?
Yeah. So 135 for Harper then. I know Women's Boxing Channel saying that's where she's going. 135.
She's okay. 135. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that because she went up to 154.
I know.
And then 147, and then now she's going to start cutting weight again when she hasn't been used to doing that.
No, because your body it gets used to a certain weight and it holds on to that. And, it's like
I think she was weight trained against Bumgarner at 130.
Yeah.
But she may not have a choice, Christine. Like,
I mean, it depends on what her why is. It really does. And I can't speak on that because I don't know. So what is her why?
Shout out to H Money. But he wants to tell you to tell Bud to stop ducking boots.
Oh my God, H Money, really? Come on. Where's the money at, H Money? Bud is at the top of the mountain. Where is the money? All due respect to what you're saying, but where's the money at against Boots?
But
Come on,
doesn't want to
man.
fish. He doesn't want to fish a little cute
Look,
goldfish.
we're already listen, we're past that. We're past that. Okay. So we have a fight this weekend, Tim Zoo and Fandora. And the rumor is, some people know, some people don't. I'm just gonna say what I've seen, that he's gonna fight the winner. And
Sure.
people are like, Tim Zoo's gonna win, so that's gonna be the next fight. Hopefully he does. Fedora might surprise us. We don't know. But either way, he's gonna fight the winner. That's the money fight.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the money fight more for me would be for Tim Zoo because maybe he's got.
Well, here's the thing. Like I don't know. In my opinion, Bud was around 147 too long waiting on Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think it's time for Boots and that new generation of crop of guys to fight each other, make their own legacy, maybe down the line. But right now, Bud has, I don't know how many fights. He still looks great, but I don't know how long he wants to do it.
He has said it publicly. He is not going to let boxing retire him. He will retire before that happens.
Well, here's the thing.
He might just have a few more fights.
All I'm trying to say is this. I just believe Tim Zoo is a bigger challenge at a higher weight class, an opportunity to become a lightweight,
yes,
junior welterweight, and now a 4-division champion at super welterweight.
Agree.
I think that'll be huge for Crawford, and also gets him closer to the fight he wants to get to, which is the Canelo fight. So if he beats Tim Zoo at 154, and then let's say he beats somebody at 160, becomes world champion there, right? Now nobody could say, "Oh, he's too small. He's this, he's that." Like
and then he can ride off into the sunset. I mean, really.
But it is what it is. Back to the women really quick before we wrap this one up. Since we're talking about women here, there's a big women's fight this coming week on Friday.
Yes.
Senisa Estrada.
Yes.
Is in action.
Yes.
I think she's in a tough fight, Christine.
It is a tough fight. It is a tough fight. It is. And I almost tried to work it so I could go to that fight and then go to Vegas, but I just have so much stuff going on. But it is a tough fight. It is. But I am
she's gonna be fighting Valle, by the way.
What'd you say?
She's gonna be fighting Valle. They're both unified champions.
Yes.
They're both in their prime.
Yes.
I can't wait for this fight.
I know she had surgery a few months ago. The only thing that I kind of worry about is that anytime, and I'm not gonna put this on her or put it in the universe. I'm just saying, but just generally speaking, when there's an injury, I just hope that mentally you don't focus on that. I don't want to re-hurt this, or I'm worried about this. But I do believe Senisa is mentally strong. I do believe that she's not going to do that. She's on a mission. She's got something to prove. And then people, like what you said, are saying, this is a very tough fight. And she's going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Let's go.
I like this fight. I like Valle's attitude. People saying she's talking a lot of trash. She's just, look,
you know what?
Fighters are confident, bro.
I like it. I like it. It makes for a good fight, for a build-up. I like it.
So what? So what are they talking trash?
Same. I agree. Yeah.
Look, when Edwards was talking shit to Bam, even though I knew what was coming, I loved it. It makes it fun, bro.
I love it. I
just call Christine bro, but either way, it makes it great. But look, I like this fight. I do think Valle is a threat, and I do believe this is the best opponent.
Agree.
It's Senisa spot.
Agree.
But with all that said, I can't go against Senisa. I just can't.
I can't go against her. I can't. I have been
Senisa
riding her. I can't go against her.
I don't know if you agree with this statement or not. A lot of people have called me crazy for saying it. And yes, it's based on eye tests, but Denise Estrada is the best pound for pound female boxer on the planet. I just
Agree.
think that's just how I feel about it.
She's. I agree that she's up there. Yeah, for sure.
Now there's one thing she's done lately anyway in a lot of her fights, similar to Tim Tszyu actually. Like she doesn't really use her jab,
Hmm.
but it doesn't mean she doesn't have a jab.
Right.
You know,
I've seen her use it before. She
yeah.
just
Like,
is sparingly.
do you think she's gonna need it in this fight?
I do. I do. I'm hoping that I'm sure that they did film study, and I'm sure that they're going to see that she does need a jab, not just to the head, but to the body.
Mm.
But yeah, I do.
I was thinking, Christine, I'm not gonna do it anymore, but I did plan on flying to Vegas.
Hmm.
Hanging out on Thursday, waking up Friday morning, driving to Glendale, Arizona, watching his card, stay the night over there, and then Friday morning go back to Vegas.
How far is
Check it
it?
out.
Do
It's
it.
4.5 hours away,
Oh,
but
that's close. That's nothing.
that's 8 hours of driving in 24 hours, though. I
It's
mean,
okay. You can do it. You can do it, bro.
I'll watch it at the bar in Vegas or something. But
Right.
it is, and by the way, great fight card. Leon Wilson Valdez in the main event. And then of course the Tim Tszyu event. I'll see Christine over there. All right.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
that's gonna be very, very fun. Okay.
It is going to be very fun.
Um, I, I I can't wait to see all the action this weekend.
Um,
Of all the fights, which one are you looking forward to the most
on this card coming
on
up,
any card this weekend? Any
I
fight? What
mean,
fight?
Sanisa, absolutely. And God, I mean, why do you put me on the spot like this? Like both.
That's why we're
Both
here.
cards. Both.
What type of bro would I be if I don't put you on the spot? You
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
I like them both. I like them
Uh,
both. I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too. I love that fight, by the way. I'm looking forward to Tim Tszyu versus the Tower and Inferno. That should be fun while it
Yeah.
lasts anyway. Speaking of, I thought of a women's fight before we go. I thought of a women's fight when I'm thinking about Tim Tszyu against Fundora. There's a specific women's fight, a classic knockout I'm thinking about.
Okay. Oh, Riker and Wolf.
And Wolf knocking out that tall chick.
Riker.
No, it wasn't Riker. It was
Wasn't it Riker? It was Riker.
no. But I'm thinking specifically about when Ann Wolf knocked out that girl with those, it's like a tall white girl with like
It was
the.
freaking Riker.
No, it wasn't Riker. It was
Oh, not Riker. What was her name?
Vonda Williams or something like that. Like
Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm
she had
sorry.
like the American trunks. God bless the USA. But that night,
Yes.
the
And
the Stars and Stripes didn't have a good night that night. But
Wolf.
but it wasn't Riker. I know that.
No, it wasn't. You're right. It was not Riker. My bad.
But that knockout is what I have in mind when I think of this fight for whatever reason.
Vonda Ward.
Vonda Ward.
Yes.
I think it's gonna look like that. I think the knockout's gonna look similar to that, in my opinion.
So?
But that's just what comes to mind.
Okay.
One of the most, by the way, I never want to hear anybody say one of the most vicious knockouts in women's boxing. No, it's one of the most vicious knockouts.
Period.
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 Period. That knockout, I swear to God, is vicious. I know.
It was nasty.
Nasty. Like I could see why fighters were like, how do I want to fight that girl?
Yeah, exactly.
Peace. Yeah, except Layla Ali. Layla Ali would never duck that smoke. Okay?
Oh my God. She would not fight and stop.
She duck no smoke.
Whatever. She wouldn't fight Ann.
I heard. It's what I heard. Someone that worked with the Ali family and with Layla, like I heard, putting it out there that they try to make that fight, but Ann Wolf was not being reasonable. That's what I heard.
I talked to Ann myself. That's my girl. Love her. And she said no. Ali would not take that fight. Who would take that fight after that knockout?
Layla would have fought her.
No, she wouldn't. And she didn't.
I will never believe Leilani ducked in the smoke.
I will never believe Ann Wolf ducked smoke. She'll fight somebody right now in the parking lot.
Yeah. Man, Van der Ward.
Yeah, Van der Ward.
Hey, God bless her, man. She, at the end of the day, hey, she got in there
Hey, she's
against a
famous.
vicious fighter.
She's famous.
You know what I mean? Shout out
Yeah,
to her.
her video, that video is probably played more than any other video there is. Just saying.
How do you think that the fight ends with the Tower and Inferno and Dibza?
I mean, I'm gonna go with your guy, and I liked him. I do like him. I have to like always tease you about him, but I liked him, and I think he's gonna catch him. I do, because Fedora
TKO,
does not.
KO.
I think it could be a TKO because Fedora does not have good defense. He does not use his range. They say he's hella strong, but you know,
Yeah, it's almost
Tim
like
can box enough. Tim can box enough where he can get away.
it's almost like no one's told him he's 6'6".
I know, right? Like you have long. Like how wide is his wingspan? Like, has anybody told him that? Like, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to fight in the pocket. I don't know.
At least pepper him with some jabs before they get on the inside over and over
again.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But for whatever reason,
he could keep people outside with just a jab. He could win a whole fight with his jab.
I think somebody should have him watch the Klitschko fights. Just jab, jab, hold. Jab, jab, lean on him. Jab, jab.
Yeah,
it would be boring as shit. Like nobody would want to watch him fight, but he would win a lot of fights.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
No, but I don't know if that'll work in this fight though.
I don't know. Tim always looks in shape. You know, he knows how to use his feet. You know, he could box well. He doesn't use his jab that much, but and I haven't seen too many feints. But you know what? He does what he has to do. Yeah. He does, and I'm rooting for him, and I think he's gonna win because I want to see him and Bud.
Any final thoughts for Christine before we wrap this one up?
We
are in the ring with Christine. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are thank you all to the chat. We had the best chat ever. We were gone for 2 weeks, but we're back now, and we're going to be regular again. And if y'all are going to Vegas, I will see y'all there, mother suckers.
Okay. And shout out to those watching on YouTube, those watching on X. Hit that like button, by the way, if you're watching on the YouTube channel. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is D-Style Boxing, and for Christine, keep it boxing. We're out. Peace.
Peace.